Now normally, if you want a shot like this and you have a mirrorless camera or a DSLR, you're gonna need a pretty big rig and something to stabilize it so you can get a smooth shot. But with the Go 3S, there's actually this suction cup monopod that's made by Joby that you could just attach to your mirror or even your window, and you can get shots like this while you're driving, or even get tighter shots of you doing other stuff as well. Now, one of the other great things about this camera is that you can use the body that it's housed in as a monitor, so you don't have to be looking at the back to trying to see if you're focused or anything like that. You could actually just pull this out, look at yourself on it, and bam, there you go. All right, in front of me are all the accessories that I like to personally use with my Go 3S. Like I said, the one that y'all saw me using for the interior shots was this Joby suction cup monopod. As you can tell, I've had this for years. It stands the test of time, and with something as small and light as the Go 3S, it is a perfect pair to get some wild shots. Now, what I was using for the exterior shots was this Gopro magnetic clip. Now, the reason it's great to have one of these around is because you're not always gonna have a smooth, soft surface to be using this with. So having something that you can use that is magnetic so you can stick it anywhere, but also a clip where you can clip anywhere is such a great idea when you don't have those smooth surfaces for a suction cup. Now, one of my newer purchases, and pun intended on that one, was this newer dolly cart looking thing. Now, I've been having a lot of fun with this, and by I mean we, and by we, I mean my son and I. Because we've been taking this to the park and just like making it go down hills, making it go down the slide. I've been like just pushing it around, having it chase them. So we've been having a lot of fun with this. And then you could even use it like a dolly where you can twist it and turn to make it do circles and all that kind of stuff. And it's such a small little contraption for such a small little camera. And I think that's what makes it so cool. Now, one of my honorable mentions is actually this flex arm. Now, if you're a videographer or photographer, I'm sure you have a few of these lying around because you need them for everything. But having this that you can clip somewhere and then have a really cool angle and then attach the Go 3S, you can do that with fitness, you can do that with, you know, makeup. If you're one of those kind of makeup people, you can do so many cool things with this. And that was the one thing that I really wanted to experience with the Go 3S, which was, as a videographer and a creative, how can I use that little camera and these tools in front of me to get a more nuanced perspective in my filmmaking? And another way to do that is knowing your camera settings. So as a videographer, if I'm trying to get a more cinematic shot, I know I'm going to be shooting 24 frames a second at 4K, which this camera could do in such a really good quality. Now, if I'm doing more vlog type stuff or spending time with the family, now I'll probably bump that up to maybe 60 frames a second or maybe even 30 frames a second, just because I know I'm gonna be doing more walking, more talking, more movement, and I'll even turn on the jitter mode for this one so it can compensate for the steps that I'm taking as well. Now, one of the other great things about the Go 3S, it's its slow motion capabilities. Now at 2.7K, it shoots at 100 frames a second, and at 1080p, it shoots at 200 frames a second, and it still looks really good. Now, some of the ways that I like using these tools on a daily basis is, one, in my workouts. So having a magnetic clip to do that with is really great because I get different angles, so I know what kind of muscles I'm hitting in the form that I'm doing in my workouts. The other one has definitely been this newer dolly cart because my son and I have been having so much fun at the park with it, and this is one I've been recommending to a lot of my friends. But more than anything, the Go 3S has done exactly what I wanted it to do, which was allow me to capture more memories with my family without having to pull my phone out or having to mess around with settings and all this kind of stuff. One of my favorite settings to have it on is the flat profile because, again, I can just color grade everything in post. But there's also the vivid and the portrait that do really well at bringing out the natural colors in the shot. But those are just some of the settings and accessories that I recommend that you use with your Go 3S. Now, if there's any recommendations that y'all have, please comment down below, whether it's tools like these that you enjoy using or even certain profiles or settings on the camera that you found more beneficial to you when it comes to your editing skills. Now, having the right accessories and knowing your camera settings is what's going to set you apart when it comes to creating content and even in your filmmaking. So if you want more tools on how to do that, click this video up here, or if you just want to watch more of the things that I do, then go ahead and click this video up here. And until next time, I catch y'all on the flip side. Peace out.